what would be the point of doing a timed exam in an area that you haven't covered yet relative to doing individual timed sections? Like, what are you going to get from a full exam that you wouldn't get from the timed sections?
The variable that I identified that existed within a full-time practice test versus just doing a particular section, and it really depends on what the ordering of the full-length practice test is endurance. But I see a valid point in waiting for endurance, which can actually mask my true mastery of the section, as opposed to if I just took the section. So I guess I don't really need to worry too much about the endurance factor presently, like in accordance with your plan, until I've got everything else down. I think most of the motivation for me to have taken that test as opposed to a section is that I wanted to see, because I felt after 2 months I learned a lot, I wanted to see that manifest in some way, and the most accurate manifestation of how much I had improved from my baseline would have been a full practice test, which hasn't really worked for my detriment in the sense of an emotional sense that I feel super discouraged, and now I'm just blathering through logical reasoning. Well, it's wrong because it's wrong. But yeah, I'd say that's the main reason why I decided to take the practice test.
That's pretty reasonable. I get that. I get that a lot. And there's a couple of ways you could handle that. But first, just a point I want to make, which is that 2020 is unique in that endurance may not matter as much. If the remaining exams this year are all flex, as I suspect they might be, then you're only doing 3 sections. So assuming that is what's going to happen, which may or may not happen, you could do 3 timed sections, but don't make one of them reading comp if you haven't covered reading comp yet. You could do logical reasoning games, another logical reasoning to simulate the endurance, even if that ratio of sections is not what you'll experience on test day. And then if you want to do a 5-section sitting, you could do logical reasoning alternating with games. So LR, games, LR, games, LR. I'm just getting creative here. You can make up whatever you want until you've done reading comp. You could work through the reading comp foundation videos in my course. They're pretty bite-sized. It wouldn't take you that long since there's less to cover from a foundational perspective on reading comp than on the other sections. Just devote yourself to that for a week or so, and then you can feel free to add timed reading comp into the mix with even a full-length exam. Thanks for tuning into the show. Please subscribe if you haven't done so already to be notified of new episodes as I release them, and feel free to reach out if you need anything at all as you move forward with your prep. I'm happy to help however I can. In the meantime, I'll wish you all the best and take care.